So we're now on stair reconstruction part 2, and as you can see I have augmented my temporary prop with the new post. So my first move was to cut it to the right length, and then what I've been doing is putting it into the place, testing it for plumb in both directions, and then scribing onto the post little by little incrementally the section of the post that needs cutting out to accept the steps. Okay. This is a better angle. So you can see here, being able to kind of, offer it up, scribe, and then chisel, and also use my skill saw to cut away material, and then put it back, put the post back, and then add a little bit, take off a little bit more. So now I'm at the stage where I need to make a rebate for, don't fall off the ledge. So this is the top of the very bottom stair string. So this, the post needs to move closer to the wall, and therefore it needs a trench or a rebate for the top of that stair stringer to fit into, and then I can put a new pin through there into that hole, or somewhere roundabouts, or possibly a screw. That would be a lot easier. But at this stage, I'm feeling pretty pleased that slowly we are getting there. I don't yet have a plan for the 2 steps that are missing. Figure I'd get the post in around the steps that I don't want to take out really, unless I have to, and then sort of make up the next bit. But so far, it's looking okay. So I have now used my plunge router to router out a little trough for a peg to the bottom stair string there, and I've just tested it and it fits. So now I need to I think probably do a preliminary further treatment, because when it's fixed there'll be bits I won't be able to paint or get to necessarily, and then I'm going to put some DPM on the bottom of my little wedge I've got underneath and treat that as well, and then screw that, the wedge to the bottom, and then it's ready to go in place, and we can take out the temporary prop and see what happens. Hey Red, how's it going? Do you want to see the progress on the stairs? Do you? I bet you do. Let's have a look then. So, exciting times. The new post is in. So it's been given a couple of coats of, train down past as well, my train. This is boring. A couple of coats of protective varnish against mushrooms and animals. It's, as per last time, relatively nicely fitted. All the steps fit in. Cut that hole a bit big because the sort of, instead of doing a little bit and seeing, I tried to do some weird measurements and it didn't work. Whoa, the steps! So then up to the other side. So this is now straight in both dimensions. So there was relatively straight. And then I have, it is pretty well wedged under that joist for the wall that it's supporting. the joist is kind of slightly bowed on the bottom, so there's only part of it sitting. So just to make sure nothing slips, I've got some metal angles with some deck grade screws, so we can plaster that, plaster over that. Ooh, just noticed that angle could be a bit closer to the wood, couldn't it? Might change that. But yeah, that'll stop it moving about, and we can plaster over it if we want to here. But at the moment we're thinking that once we've got the stair stringer in under these steps, because it's currently missing, we're going to take this wall out, because the wall is supported by the joist that continues on and will rest on another replacement post. So we're going to take this wall out, maybe put some vertical sort of wooden dividers, and then that will mean that when light comes in from the bathroom through the big glass window we're going to have into the stairwell, it's going to be white, so hopefully it will bounce off nicely and then go through and mean that this lower part of the stairs is much better illuminated by the natural light. Super dark at the moment because all the shutters are closed. So yeah, the next step is the next stage is to put this step back in, which is going to involve, fortunately, it's going to work out, I need to cut out a bit more of a channel from the post, which means that then this step will actually be sitting on something solid and wooden, as opposed to just resting on the plaster on the very tip, which has been the case previously. So the fact that the old hole, the very old hole, which didn't really fit the post I've just taken out, but definitely doesn't fit the new bigger post. It's good that it doesn't fit, because means I can cut a new channel. We get some overlap, so it can sit on two firm wooden uprights, or two firm wooden structures. So yeah, exciting times. Let's get that done, see what happens. It's beginning. To look a lot like a staircase. I'm very pleased. So we're going to take a walk up the staircase. Listen to the squeaks. No squeaks. Ha. And managed to put in the first of the missing steps. So yeah, cut out a bit from the post, so this step is now on the new stair stringer, and instead of just kind of hanging off around this post and resting on plaster, it is cut into the post, so the post takes the weight of the step, and doesn't need to be supported by the plasterwork, although we'll fill this when we do the wall, which is probably going to be solid at the bottom. And then, as I said, open with daylight coming up there. But yeah, so there's only the one step missing now. I can't put that in yet because of the way the inside edge. At the moment, there's nothing to take the weight. So that is going to have to be supported by the new stringer for the underside of the steps, which is going to run up there underneath the steps. But for the time being, this is in, it's really solid. This first set of steps don't squeak, so I think the next bit of the project is to remove this old post because of the decay inside. And also the bottom at the back. So gonna have to try and make a hole in the wall to take the weight of this corner from the bathroom above. I realised that if I cut a big channel, it's going to interfere with the step up there, which is currently just resting in the plaster. So I thought I would just cut a little hole, put a beam through, and then put a pole temporary prop on this side and a temporary prop on that side. but I realised doesn't solve the problem of needing to remove one of the steps because the post needs to be higher than these steps. So I've got to decide what the best plan is for that. But that's going to be the next step. And then once we've got a new post here, then I can, from the top corner, peg a new stringer, which I've got to make using the pattern of the stairs. So that's why I don't want them to come out any sooner than is needed, because I want to be able to trace that. So then the stringer goes down and hangs off the new post there that I've just put in. And then when this post is fixed, the stringer's there, this wall can be, isn't going to be taking the weight of the steps. So it can either be patched or if we wanted, we can remove it and put maybe a different style of wall in this bottom part with some insulation, maybe some plasterboard on each side. And then we can change the wall above the staircase for that. One that's going to let the light through. But for now, feeling really pleased. Let's do a proper squeak test. Bouncing on the first step, bouncing on the second step, bouncing on the third step. Ooh, tiny squeak. No, solid. Last step. No squeaks on the stairs.